Okay, it was an early morning, didn't get much video, but we got, yesterday we didn't get any video either, but we got this all formed up. That formed up down around that way and over, and we did a little block out here so we can focus on that ramp that goes down later on. But for now, we're getting this bad boy poured. Getting right down to the end, and also we're gonna get that loading dock pour back finished up over there. Let's go check that out. All right, getting it all poured out, these pour backs here. So yesterday and the day before, we also had a crew of guys here putting on this C-channel here in our loading dock area. So what this is, it's a piece of C-channel, and on the back of it, it's got a bunch of, I think I've heard them called Nelson studs and different, types of stuff to tie that into that slab back there. But what'll happen is these dock levelers will mount to the steel, and that's what'll lay down for the semis, so we can get product in and out of semis and into our factory here. This, our little pour back column there we'll get, but we are getting it done, almost wrapped up. Pour out, and get her finished. All right, grinder's going on. Still pouring at one end, grinder's going on the other. We're gonna keep plugging. Alright, so guys have been working on anchor bolts. We had our surveyor come out and shoot us all our points. Sure makes it nice when they do that for us. We work hand in hand with our surveyors often, and they'll just come out here and get them. It saves us string lining, chalk lining, and measuring, and quick and easy for us. So here's what'll, he'll come along and he'll give us our point, which is the center of our anchor bolt pattern, and he'll give us a mark on that column line a foot away, and from those 2 points, the center and then a foot away, we can use our template and we can drill and epoxy all of our anchor bolts. So we've done that. We've started all the way around, and we're gaining on these anchor bolts. For these particular anchor bolts, the engineer asked for 8 inches into the footings. So down through here, this, if you remember or watch one of the previous videos, this wall down through here, the 6-foot wall, we kept it down a foot below finished floor. So that footing, quote unquote footing, the wall, we have to be 8 inches into that. So we have to drill through that foot of finished floor and then through 8 inches into the footing. So 20-inch embedment over here, and then this side we did just the footer, you know, a 3 foot deep by 1 foot footer, and it was 8 inches below finished. So we got to be 8 inches into that, 16-inch embedment on that side. So that's what we're working on currently. We're going to get that wrapped up, and we are going to attack the rest of the little footer right there, that thickened slab across the center that we'd worked on previously as well. And we're going to get that, the rest of that slab there. There's a ramp that starts down that area there, so that's why we hadn't really done anything. We were waiting on some final measurements and some final plans, and we got those now. We're going to start on that. So that's tasks at hand. So, anchor bolts are well underway. We got the whole section all the way around to here, all the way across. Got the center ones done. So essentially, the very first pour that we done, anchor bolts are all done for that. And we're moving on now across here. We did that thickened slab or thickened footer across here. There are a couple of piers there. We're getting those anchor bolts in there. And then on top of this, there's a 4 foot concrete wall that sits on here with a couple of columns. And we talked in a previous video about how this section is one pre-engineered building. This section, another pre-engineered building. Down below, another building, and then the building that connects the two areas. So, but that's why we have anchor bolts on the ground on this side, and then columns here where the anchor bolts will be 4 foot up. But that's where we're at on anchor bolts. Down here, where our ramp will go down and through, this wall here has to have a footer, and this wall here, as the ramp goes down, will have to have a footer and wall as well. So that's what we're working on here. We got to extend this footer out, let it pour down, flow under. Got guys working on bulkheading that up now. Matt's down there working on the footers, and we're going to keep plugging.